Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch might just be as convoluted and as complex as the actual comics when it comes to the MCU. Yay! Yeah. Are they high evolutionary, Avengers, mutants? They're all at once. Who cares? So we found out that the Marvel Wakanda Files book, which I finally got delivered to me because it was goddamn running late, they seem to be hinting towards the fact that those two are definitely somehow involved with a gene unlocking inside of them that gave them this potential, which, I mean, that sounds like mutants. Like,
I mean, yeah, but it could be anything.
It could
be mutants, it could be humans, it could be Eternals, it could be just, you know, the that typical Marvel thing of, you know, there's always that.
So we don't know what we are.
Yeah, so it's not. It's like the whole Bruce Banner thing. It's like you're not necessarily a mutant, but you have that thing from the Celestials that allows you, you know, that allowed you to live and survive this radiation bomb just going off 3 foot in your face. That's that kind of a thing. I don't. I think if they're going to make the mutants, like, I mean, I suppose they still can. I don't think they will. I think they're going more the magical side of things.
I'm gonna go with the prediction that mutants started to die off due to human evolution, and the gene was still dormant and just never really remanifested for, like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 years. Since whenever, like, Apocalypse was around, right? He was, like, the last true mutants and the first, and, you know. And then they'll just say, you know, there's been a couple people in history that were mutants, hence the superpowers, like the Rasputin and all that. And then they'll be like, yeah, something happened, which is why they specifically mention in the book that Sokovia had an unusually high amount of people with this specific gene, which maybe they'll establish that, like, maybe they all moved to try to escape, you know, prosecution or something as mutants. We don't know, and they ended up there, and it just kind of died like legend over time, which, again, if people say that's not possible, this is Eastern Europe we're talking about. It's possible, trust me. Like, superstition and legend, still very much a major part of life there, as somebody who's from that area. So, I think there is a way to do it, and I think they will wink and nod to it and be like, technically you are mutants. We won't really go fully into it, but yes, you'll be mutants.
See, I'm not convinced that they're going to do that whatsoever. Whatsoever. I don't think they're going to make her. I think if they were going to make her a mutant, we would have known about it by now.
You would think, right?
Yeah. Because why would you make a show, i.e. WandaVision, where it's all spooky magical stuff going on when you're making her a mutant? It doesn't kind of, like, yes, her mutant powers and the magic stuff regardless. Does that make sense? Does it make sense for someone to have a mutation from a gene and they know magic in Marvel? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense for why magic's mutant. I don't know.
This is why Evan Peters is showing up to tell her she's a mutant.
I mean, who's Evan Peters playing? That's the question.
Exactly. Like,
I'm gonna put whatever amount of money you want right now, whatever hypothetical internet money, I'll put down right now. He's not Quicksilver.
Mitch, don't take this. 2020 has been the most wild year. Just wait till the first episode, and the hook, line, and sinker for the second episode is Peter shows up and goes, "Oh, hey, mutants!" Like,
I absolutely, I'm confident.
I'm
confident it is a red herring. He's going to be same actor, different role. He's not going.
I'm not betting against 2020 anymore. I don't care. I can't take that bet anymore.
He's not going to be it, and she's not going to be one either. I can see them going down not the high evolutionary route, because they're only going to wink and nod to that thing because of the Bova in the background. But, I mean, yeah, you're not going to get a twist of, oh, here's this character, this old man that's just literally walked in and is claiming to be your daddy. You're not going to get that. No way.
No, I don't think we are. I think we are going to get to the point, though, where mutants are going to start being mentioned more and more, like, because they're clearly going to Madripoor for a goddamn mutant reason, for some way or another in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, mutants are coming at us fast, and I think we're going to get to this point where they just become common talk in the MCU. Like, oh, mutants, all right.
I think with how they've had Wanda in these things, I think it's too much of a... I think it's too convoluted to make her a mutant. Because then it opens up a massive can of worms. It's like, oh, so that means Captain Marvel's mutant. No, she's not a mutant. I mean, she got powers the same way. Like, yeah, but she's not a mutant. But it worked for this one because she's a mutant. No, it's too. It muddies the water.
What do you think if they maybe make Wanda not a mutant, but if they reveal Pietro was more mutant?
I'd say that makes no sense whatsoever.
I mean, why not?
It's like if it was a brother and a sister, yes, it still is a brother and sister. They're twins.
Yeah.
They're more genetically identical. Like the only thing different is the sex. No, I personally, that might be complicating everything, but no, I wouldn't buy that.
I'd have to see how they handle it. It'd be a situation where I'm like, because I have freaking twins in my family. It's weird because I still can't tell them apart, but that's my fault. But it's.
I mean, they're twins. They're weird anyway.
Exactly.
All twins are creepy.
So it's this thing where I want to see how they would handle mutants in the MCU. If they're willing to play around with this idea, or give it a chance, because I assume they'll be able to pull it off. But at the same time, I'm like, we'll see how this goes, because you have to tiptoe real carefully around retconning some stuff. Because, I mean, this whole Wakanda Files book, as I keep reading it, and I'm probably like a quarter of the way into it, it feels like Feige was like, what are those nerds saying on the internet as a little plot hole? And then he was like, put this in there to explain that right now. Like, that's what the book feels like.
I mean, it feels contradictory, because doesn't that book essentially say Hank Pym's like the smartest person?
Yes.
When they themselves have said it's Shuri. So, I'm supplementing material. I don't give a crap.
I'm going to guess like Shuri doesn't really see herself as the smartest, because that'd be kind of like a little condescending.
That contradicts Infinity War then.
Yeah.
Because she literally goes, "Oh, you tried your best," and then like just smiles and like steps back like 3 foot. Like she sees herself smarter than everyone else on the planet, and for good reason. I think anyone else would. Like, oh, I can solve your problem with a bead. Like, you're going to take 12 years to figure this thing out. Like, she's the smartest one.
Although Hank Pym was so far advanced in quantum mechanics and stuff, he is kind of like on another level, like, but just not on. He's not on a practical level smart. Like,
theoretical, I suppose.
Yeah. Like, the stuff he was saying is like freaking Alex Jones is almost like, interdimensional, they're coming at us. It's like, wow, what are you talking about, Pym? And it's like, oh, you were right, okay. Like, I see what you were saying. You just didn't make sense because you're a raving old man.
I didn't like how you compared Hank Pym to Alex Jones.
Well, Hank Pym is absolutely Alex Jones.
Next time we hear about Alex Jones, he's going to be hitting someone. Oh, no.
Every single one of Hank Pym's ants are gay.
The hydrochemicals are doing it.
Is that, are you sure?
Goddamn. So
I don't buy it. I don't think you. Cause it's clearly Agatha Harkness in the show. You don't bring her in. She is tied to magic and the magical side. You don't bring her in.
Truth.
To make one. You just don't do that.
100% true, exactly.
Could they hint at her that sort of a thing in a different universe? Absolutely sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the whole. Maybe that's more what they're hinting at. Like, I mean, in this reality, you are a mutant. You're this thing.
And here's the big thing: like, we're only like 2 months away from this series officially being like 2 to 3 episodes in or whatever. So we're gonna know soon enough, and there's so many things that are being kept secret, and we've only seen clips from probably the first 2 episodes, if that. Like, there's gonna be a lot to this.
I mean, if you think how many different sitcoms you've seen referenced in that show, I'm pretty certain
little quick snippets, yeah.
Pretty certain each one is from an episode.
Yeah, those quick clips, yeah, but like the ones of them with their neighbors eating dinner and stuff, that all seems to be like the 50s style setting, so I'm assuming that's all like one episode.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
Gonna start off way back and then work our way forward. Yep. If I'm wrong and they make her a mutant, I'll be surprised. But I am 95% confident. A lot of people are going to be disappointed with that.
Well, I guess we'll find out within the next 3 months. So when we find out...
I mean, it's December, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll be talking about it soon, so that's the good thing.